Good evening. The City Council will convene today, Thursday, March 28th, 2024, to hold a regular meeting. Public participation to this meeting is provided in person and remotely via Zoom in accordance with the Massachusetts General Law. This meeting is also being broadcast by Peabody TV. Remote participation can be accessed through the Zoom link on the city website. This meeting is also being recorded by the City Council stenographer. Please join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. You've heard the motion by Councillor Gould. Any discussion? All those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. We have no hearings on the agenda this evening. I do just want to recognize our Assistant City Clerk, Colleen Kalogi, who is retiring today. Today is her last City Council meeting, the last of very many. She has been a staple. I know I speak for everyone in this room. Colleen, you're a friendly face. You are, I'm going to cry. So my favorite Ward 3 resident, apologies to all of the other Ward 3 residents, specifically my family. But Colleen, you have been a joy since the day I met you, working at the State House and working with the clerk's office. You are just so genuine, and I'm, now you can't cry because then I'll cry, okay? We will miss you. I know I will see you. I'm hoping for many sunny days to see you out walking. You won't go far. I know you'll be back, and I'm sure other counselors have many things to say about you tonight. Oh no, she's dreading it, but we all love you, Colleen. We wish you the very, very best in your retirement. Thank you very much. You're welcome. With that, I will move on to motions, orders, and resolutions. Councillor Turco.
No motions, but I will reiterate, Colleen, thank you so much for the last 8.5 years of being on the council. It's brought a smile to my face every time I see you when I walk in, and I couldn't help but to think, over the last couple of days that very similar to Tim, I never knew like who you vote for. You treat us all the same, and I always said, geez, Colleen must be a really big supporter of me. And then you're nice to everybody and treat everybody the same. So if you could stay after and just let me know, whether you vote for me or not, that'd be great. Thank you, Colleen.
Councillor Rossignol.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, motion to receive and approve, all papers being in order. Item 9A, St. Clair of Assisi Catholic Communities, 32 Ellsworth Road. So moved. You've heard the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councillor Rossignol. Thank you, Madam President. I have no further motions, orders, or resolution, but to echo your sentiments and wish Colleen nothing but the best. And I'll be seeing you soon. I know you're not going far, and I know where to find you. But thank you for many years of service and just being an unbelievably great person. So thank you. Councillor Welton.
Thank you, Madam President. No motions this evening. It's hard to find additional kind, nice words to say about Colleen because everything's been said, and we're so grateful. You're such a wonderful person and so easy to work with and so supportive. I know in my role as council president, you could hear me asking Allison for clarification, but you were always chiming in too with some advice, and that was very, very much appreciated. You'll be missed in this capacity, but we look forward to seeing you in your retirement and wish you a wonderful, healthy, enjoying your retirement, and thank you so much.
Councillor Melville.
Thank you, Madam President. I do have one motion this evening. Just for background, been working with the health department regarding some complaints I've gotten from residents about certain properties throughout the city with trash and whatnot. And interesting conversations with and getting information from our health director. She provided me with the schedule of fines that the health department operates off of. And the fines themselves, the process in which we do it, I think we all know we have a great health department inspectional service. But some of them, they might be a little outdated in how low they actually start off at. So it's not really an incentive to improve upon those issues. So I would make a motion to request the schedule of fines and any recommendations by the health department to change those penalties going forward. So moved.
You've heard the motion by Councilor Melville. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? Councilor Gamache? No?
And when we get that back, we'll see what we get back from them, and then we can forward that to the appropriate committee. Because it might, in talking to the health director, she's got some thoughts on this, and it could be better for a different, depending on what we get back, which discussion that would be. And then lastly, I just want to say, Colleen, thank you so much for always being a great public servant, but a better person. And really thank you for your service to the city. It's people like you that keep it going. So thank you so much.
Councilor Gamache.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I'd first like to, and I know I'm dropping this on the council real quick, but in conversation with City Clerk on the car dealer licenses, years ago we were getting inundated with licenses, and I made the motion to cap it at 50, and after that there was a amendment to that, bringing it to 52. In conversation with the city clerk, there's been licenses that have not been, there's vacancies in the licenses. Right now we stand at 49. And for ward councils, years ago, we used to get inundated with a used car dealership going on a corner here or other places in the city. And I'd like to revert that back to 50 to try to keep it a manageable number. Everybody says 2 is, what's the difference? But it does mean a lot if it's put into an area that really isn't conducive to accept it. So I'd like to make the motion tonight and forego putting it into legal or anything like that. It's a simple change to Section 1, the Section 16-29 entitled Secondhand Mobile Automobile Licenses Hearings. The Code of the City of Peabody, Massachusetts hereby amended by deleting the following language. We'll delete Section C, which is restriction on the number of Class 2 motor vehicle licenses granted and remaining in force and effect during any license year to any person or entity shall not exceed 50. So basically, we're going from 52 to 50, back to the way it was. And I make that in the form of a motion.
You've heard the motion to draft and advertise. Councilor McGinn?
Through you to Councilor Gamache. Madam President, thank you for bringing that forward. I remember when it was up to 52, I thought that was a mistake at the time, so I'm glad. When you first brought it up, I thought you might be going the other direction. So yeah, I'm in full support of this. Thank you for bringing it forward.
Any other discussion on the motion to draft and advertise? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilors Turco,
Yes.
Rossignol,
Yes.
Welton,
Yes.
Melville,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
McGinn,
Yes.
Gould,
Yes.
Daigle,
Yes.
Manny Martin,
Yes.
Higgins,
Yes.
Peach.
Yes.
Motion carries 11-0.
Councilor Gamache?
Yes, thank you. And I'd also like to send my well wishes to Colleen. She came in 88. My first council appointment was 1990. And I've known the Kaloji family for many years prior to that. And unfortunately, I'm in the clerk's office quite a bit. And they kind of, and I tap at the window and Colleen will look up and she's, oh, Jesus, it's him again. Well, I'm going to miss that. I really am. We can always go in and banter and have fun, and she's always, I make fun of her, but, she's just kidding around. And she's really going to be missed, Colleen. It was, you were really somebody that knew what was going on, and you had your finger on the pulse, and I know that Allison's going to miss you quite a bit because you did a lot of work in that office. And I'm personally going to miss you because, we've known each other for so long. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy retirement once you get used to it. But I still have an over-under that you're coming back in 30 days. But that's a little joke we got on the side. But Colleen, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can remember bringing my kids in and when they were real little and they used to play in the recycle box. And so we're kind of dating ourselves. But congratulations on your retirement. I can only wish you the best and good luck and good health.
Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8A. So moved.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to receive item 8D. So moved.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote.
Madam President, would you like me to take 8E on your behalf?
That would be great. Thank you.
Under suspension of the rules, move to receive and approve, all papers being in order, transfer special permit 28, 2012 D&D Auto Sales and Repair Court 36B Walnut Street. So moved. On the motion, Madam President, I think on the license itself, it was 8 cars versus 10.
That is correct.
Yeah, so should we change the condition on this? It was 10 cars, so should we align the number?
I will defer to the clerk whether or not we're allowed to amend the transfer. Thank you for catching that.
So the transfer of the special permit, Counselor, they accept the terms as they are, so it would be 10. You should have gotten this special permit transfer at the same time as the license transfer 2 weeks ago, but unfortunately, they did not come at the same meeting. So I would think the special permit would supersede the license, but
Yeah, as much as I hate to see the inconsistency in the paperwork, it's kind of a moot point because they literally have 8 spots inside that building. We saw that on the layout, so I think it's relatively safe to leave it as is. You concur, right?
I would agree with you, Counselor, especially it's not a new business. This is an employee taking over the existing business, so they're very used to the operation they already have.
So I'll leave the motion as I put it forth.
Thank you. You've heard the motion by Counselor McGinn. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Counselor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. On suspension of the rules, move to receive item 9B, entertainment license new, Brody's Pub, 10 Lowell Street, and set up a public hearing. So moved.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? All those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Counsel McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. In the suspension of the rules, move to receive item 9B, the second item, Copacabana Steakhouse, 150 Main Street, for a new entertainment license, and set up a public hearing. So moved.
You heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Counsel McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Move to draft and advertise an amendment to the Code of Ordinances, Section 19-126B, to add an isolated stop sign at Lincoln Street, northeastbound at Horahan Street. So moved.
You've heard the motion by Counsel McGinn. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Counsel McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, move to draft and advertise an amendment to the Code of Ordinances, Section 19-126B, to add an isolated stop sign at School Street, southwest bound at Franklin Street. So moved.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor McGinn.
Thank you, Madam President. And I would just add my thanks to Colleen for your years of service. You've been a true delight to work with from day one. And congratulations on your retirement. I wish you the very best.
Councilor Gould.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion to have DPS install a children caution children at play sign in front of 9 Roland Road with it facing Abington Ave. So moved, Madam President.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Gould.
Colleen, I'm going to miss you, but I'm blessed. You're only a street away, so I'll see you in the neighborhood. Thank you for everything.
Councilor Daigle.
Thank you, Madam President. Under suspension of the rules, I move to receive item 8C. And to give that a little context, I just wanted to share this update with the councilors and the residents. This is from Hemisphere Development, 15 King Street. Every couple months, I reach out to them for an update. Unfortunately, this correspondence really isn't an update. It just says they're continuing to evaluate their plans. They have removed some underground storage tanks back in the fall. And then after some persuasion through the building commissioner's office, they filled in a hole in the ground and cleaned up the fencing and the trash. So I will continue to ask them to keep the property clean. I believe their 40B permit expires in the summer of 2025. So that's just a quick update for everyone. And then I'm going to avoid making eye contact with Colleen, but say thank you for everything that you've taught me. We've worked together since 1999. I was your summer intern in 2004. We had a great summer. It might have just been the two of us in the office a lot, but you taught me a lot. So since then, we've been colleagues, we've been friends. You came to my wedding in the Bahamas in 2014. And I know you can't sit still, so I know I'll see you around, and we'll find an excuse to put you to work and make sure your face is still keeping all of us smiling. So thank you for your service. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Councilor Manning Martin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the city clerk, if we could collect and send all the motions, outstanding motions for municipal safety to myself and Captain Richards. We've kind of been in a holding pattern waiting for him to come back from his months-long training. So I'd like to do that and then obviously set up a municipal safety meeting, and it probably should be at least an hour because there's a few items there that we need to address. So if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And to Colleen, thank you for everything you've done. You're a wonderful person and the sweetest person in City Hall. And no better a person could greet residents at that window with all the work that you do. You're just the sweetest person in City Hall. I'm going to miss you. I thank you for everything. And Councilor Turco, I never have any doubt of who Colleen votes for. Thank you.
Councilor Higgins.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to, under suspension of the rules, I'd like to accept item 8B, which is a letter from Jarrett Temple. It is a post-blast report in a 2024 blasting plan for aggregate industries, and it needs to be distributed to the city solicitor, the building inspector, fire department, conservation commission, board of health, planning board, and the public services department, and also the ad hoc committee on aggregate industries.
You've heard the motion. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, any opposed? It's a vote. Councilor Higgins.
Okay, I'd like to also thank Colleen. We've only worked together for a short period, but throughout all of last year, as I was going through campaigning and learning how to fill out finance forms and whatnot, you were extremely helpful, and you'll be sorely missed by this group, and I hope you enjoy your retirement. Thank you.
Thank you. I did just want to draw attention. We already received item 8D. But just for the public and for the council, this is about a hearing that's happening. It happens every 10 years with Comcast, with, all those fund transfers we do for Comcast and the Finance Committee. This is a hearing with them for Peabody TV. Peabody TV is looking for counselors, members of the public who enjoy the services that Peabody TV provides to the public, which I think are vitally important, to come to this hearing and advocate for Peabody TV to Comcast. So if you are available, that is on the 10th at 7 p.m. here in the Wigan Auditorium. And with that, I don't know, does the clerk want to say anything? No, I'll cry. She'll cry, okay. We're all going to cry. Colleen, we love you. You're welcome. Your last meeting, no hearings. It's not even 8 o'clock. Just for you. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.